Hey, as we start the day, I have 4 words. How sweep it is. Yeah, that is 4 words. Welcome to Red Sox Now. I'm Mike Antonellis, all presented by Fan Arch here on YouTube. Hope you had a great weekend like the Red Sox did, sweeping the Washington Nationals. I get it. I know the Nationals are not the cream of the crop. It's still road games, and not every great team sweeps the bad team. Sweeps are still hard, and yesterday got interesting with the rain. I mean, how about that? That you had a rain delay after one inning, and I'm thinking, great. Now Crochet is burned. Why did they start the game? And then the Nationals rallied late against Greg Weissert, who had some issues with command. Some think he's burnt out. I don't know. Maybe he might be. But in the end, the Red Sox got the win. Before we go any further, please subscribe. We are getting those subscriptions way up. As I'm recording this, we're close to 500 subscribers. We had a great weekend without any new videos. We had some great banter back and forth. I was talking with fans. We appreciate your comments and your subscribe. Just continue to share. And as we continue to grow, we're going to be over 500 probably by the end of today. It's crazy because all of you. So I appreciate that. Follow me on social media at The Radio Mike. I'm one of the radio and TV broadcasters for the Worcester Red Sox. I have 29 years experience in professional baseball. So the Red Sox, the starting pitching was there. Lucas Giolito, I think, has made himself the number 2 starter, right? You want someone to step up. This is something we talked about. This is something that a lot of you commented on. I didn't feel like after Crochet there was a true 2. I think Bayo's been better, but Giolito, to me, has really stepped that up and moved up to that number 2 spot, and he's been great. Buehler gutted through his outing over the weekend, but the Red Sox are doing all the little things right. But here's what I like what they did this weekend. They took care of business, right? So I get that they're playing teams that aren't great, but they scored 10 and 11 runs on the road. They scored right away, and they didn't let down. This is a 3-game road series sandwiched into a bunch of home games. Now they finish out with 7 at home, and this is the stretch I've talked about. I said not to look at each series or each game. Look at this final stretch. You got to do that in baseball. We're getting too NFL-ish. Where every loss, we're going like this. You got to look at stretches. 16-game stretch before the break. They are 6-3. If they could go 5-2 here and the next 7 and finish 11-5 during that 16-game stretch, it would be interesting to see where they are. Now, I give Seattle credit. They keep winning. Red Sox are 2.5. They've won 3 in a row. Seattle's won 3 in a row. They're 2.5 behind the wild card. Texas is now 4 back. Angels 4.5. Minnesota, Kansas City. How about Cleveland? They've lost 10 in a row. And the Red Sox are now one of the teams in the American League over 500. There's only 7. 7. And one is Boston. But great stuff this weekend. Took care of business. The other thing I want to point out, too, and I know a lot of you appreciate Romy and Ref Snyder. I call them the Wonder Twins. It is truly remarkable that these guys are barely playing, and they just go in there against lefties and hit. Now, I don't know, what all of you think about Abreu not playing 2 games in a row. But just the upside of Romy and Ref Snyder, it's hard to leave them out, and they continue to be productive. It's not easy. It's really not easy. Whitlock looked good yesterday. The bullpen, a little bit of hiccups. I know in the ninth there, Hicks battled through it, but his stuff is good, and he locked down the save. I like bringing Chapman in the 8th. So, good stuff. Sox took care of business. I like it. I like it a lot when you do that. All right, All-Stars. I don't agree with Bregman at all. Is he an all-star player? Yeah, but I had someone telling me this years ago. Now, congrats to Chapman and Crochet, no doubt. But, I had someone tell me years ago that all-star games are statistical. And while his stats are good, he's played in 55 games. And I know he was chosen by his peers, but I think there should be a requirement. I don't think you can miss that many games. I mean, he's missed almost half the season. I know the game counts, and Bregman could get the MVP of the All-Star game. He's that good of a player, but I just don't agree with it. Want to know what all of you think. You know, I don't like having someone from every team make it. I get that. You know, I think the players union really likes that. I don't like that the game counts. I think interleague should count as the World Series home field, right? I mean, you play all these interleague games. Wouldn't it be cool if a random game late in September decided it? I don't know. Some snubs. I got this list. Someone sent me the snub. Narvaez, I don't know about a snub. I mean, Kirk deserved it. Snubs to me are the guys in front of him didn't deserve it. Jeff McNeil is not a snub. 260. I got this list. Michael Bush, 297, 18 homers, yeah. Zach McKinstry, I don't know. A snub? Trey Turner, Juan Soto, Randy Arozarena, 249, 14 homers. I don't think a snub. Joe Adell hit 19 homers. George Springer. Ranger Suarez, 1.99 ERA. How does he not make the All-Star team? I mean, Senga didn't make it. He's on the IL, though. Yeah, there are always going to be snubs. This is, I thank God I don't do a talk show 5 days a week talking about snubs. I think it's the most boring thing in the world. But I don't think Bregman deserves it. All right. Gossip. There are some rumors about Ronald Acuna. I would take this guy, like I say, in a New York minute, even here in Boston. There's a lot of buzz around here, and there's reporters saying that Boston would be the ultimate fit. But Joel Sherman on MLB Network said that the Braves would possibly get a return similar to Juan Soto. I agree with that because of the contract. I know he's had injuries, but I don't know if the Red Sox would be willing to part. You'd have to get rid of one of Anthony or Meyer. But Ronald Acuna, this is messing with my emotions because I love this guy. And I think eventually you do need a guy like this, right? If you have Bregman back, you need a guy like this. But here's the problem. He's earning $17 million through 2026, club option for 27-28 for the same. How did Atlanta do that? Well, I think a lot of these guys, when they're in a certain system, they take team-friendly deals. If Acuna was in the Red Sox system, would he take $17 million? No chance. Players negotiate different depending on what organization they're in. But there's a lot of buzz about the Red Sox and how it would make sense. But I don't know. I don't know if I'd be willing to go. You look at James Wood and C.J. Abrams of Washington. Those are the guys they got. Now, here's the other little kicker to this. You might be able to give less if you take on the contract of Sean Murphy, $70 million. You pay that whole thing off. If you were able to not give up Anthony or Meyer and overpay to get Sean Murphy and give Acuna a big deal, I would do it in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. But this is what we get near this time. Gossip time. Speaking of gossip. No, not gossip. Your fantastic comments. We had so many Friday. I'm going to do 3. I don't know. Maybe tomorrow we'll do 4. Maybe we'll do 1. No, we'll never go backwards. We'll go forward. All right. At WilderFox2, you mentioned Hamilton and Eaton. I think you send both down. Meyer plays second. Oh, yeah, this is when Yoshida and Ref share DH, Roman and Willier share right field, and Toro Romy share first with the other guy platooning, and someone needs an off day. Yeah, it's going to be interesting because Alex Cora said they're going to activate Yoshida at some point during the homestand. So what's that lineup going to look like? There you go. That could be it. At David Crespo -T9P, I feel like we'd be better off getting more bullpen help if we send Duran and give Yoshida space in the lineup. Duran is not even that good of an outfielder. Some other teams might need him more than we do right now. How he packed our lineup already. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like the bullpen might need more help than the starting rotation. No, rotation always needs more help. Always. Do you really trust that rotation right now? I mean, if you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team, I mean, Walker Buehler is not someone I want in there. No, because you add somebody, it strengthens your bullpen because you could always put Houck in the bullpen. But no, starting pitching is always way more important. I know, yeah, the Red Sox go for a starter. It's hit and miss. Of course, that's the game. That's everyone. I mean, it really is. But if people have told me that. But if you looked over the years, when they got Walker, Eovaldi, Nick Pivetta, those guys were not good before they got him. I mean, Eovaldi was, but Walker had years where he was not that great. Those three worked out. So we'll see. I like Giolito, like how he's pitching now. At James Fontes, 92-92. Red Sox need to learn how to build a team. They have 4 outfielders, 2 shortstops, no second baseman. Paying Yoshida doesn't have position, and they are cheap to pay quality start. Now, that's not true. And I comment on you. They're not cheap. That's an exaggeration. That's a fabrication. Yes, they don't go Soto money or Ohtani, but they're not cheap. Okay? They spent a lot of money this offseason, if you look at it. And right now, the position players are fine. Great comments as always, and a great Monday episode. Sox play the Rockies tonight. And before you hop off, please subscribe and comment on the channel. Tonight's pitching matchup, Richard Fitz, Austin Gomber, a 7-10. We'll talk all about it on Tuesday. Happy Monday, everyone. Red Sox sweep the Nationals. Thank you for watching Red Sox Now.